Hello and welcome back to the channel, friends. It is great to be here, and I hope you're doing well. So today we'll be taking a look at the demo version of Aurora Defense. And this is a base building tower defense Autobattler roguelite, right? So this is a game that scratches a lot of the genres we've been featuring lately here on the channel. Now the demo was made available on October 11th on Steam, presumably for the Steam Next Fest, right? And it's untold really how long it will be made available. So if you like this game, you can certainly check out the demo at the time of recording. It is still available, but like I said, who knows when they might pull it back. I think the main thing that you can do with this game if you like it is simply add it to your wish list right here and kind of monitor it for the future. So let's just hop right on into a new run. This game is quite simplified in its current version, but I think it has a lot of redeeming qualities, and there's a lot of good things about it that I do enjoy. So let's hop on in. I've literally spent like 2 minutes with this. And the tutorial is simply right here, right? So during the day, use cards to place buildings and cast spells. At night, your troops will automatically fight to protect the goddess statue, which is right here. Defeat all enemies to reach dawn and select a rune to gain enhancements. Survive for a set number of days to achieve final victory. And that's it. So, I played like literally one turn just to familiarize myself a little bit. So we're going to be exploring a lot of this together here, my friends. So this is our map right here. And we have our deck, obviously. Looks like there's different rarities of cards. Looks like we have a mana pool. This is our goddess statue, which is offensive in that it will attack if enemies get close. At least that's what that little red ring denotes to me. When we press Nightfall here, the wave will begin, but let's place down some defenses and use our mana. Looks like we're on sort of a set schedule here. I don't know if these are like boss fights. Guess we're going to find out, and then obviously this is the final fight. So, Flame Tower, Megalith, Workshop, and Mirror. So Mirror creates temporary copies of units within the range of summon buildings. Interesting. I think that's probably a good one to hold in our hand maybe for a while. Workshop will summon a Thunder Guard. The Megalith will summon a Tortoise. Okay, I like the sounds of that. Also costs 3 mana. Then we have the Flame Tower, which is a ranged area fire attack. So let's see what a tower does. Okay, so we can actually throw them up here. Interesting. Or we can get it on the front. Maybe we should get a little building in first, right? Maybe we get like a tortoise right out front. I love that idea. And maybe there's some merit and reason to kind of go in on certain elements, right? Obviously there's an elemental factor, but let's kind of see. Let's see what happens. Nightfall, let's go. Like I said, I played one wave of this, but I thought it was interesting and well done enough that I wanted to show it to the community. And, Steam Next Fest, obviously, there's a lot of demos made available by various developers, right? And my plan was to, let's look through a few of the Autobattler genre types, because those have been hot on the channel recently, and let's see if there's any redeeming ones out there that maybe we can bring aboard, play a demo of. So let me know if you like seeing demos of some of these games that are, set to release in the future. So it looks like the tortoise is just bringing down the pain. You love to see that. Looks like it might have an AoE attack, potentially. I like that. All right, so now we get to select a blessing. So we have acceleration. All summoned buildings have their summon speed increased by 30%. Seems pretty good. Wrath of the Goddess. Goddess statue gains 100% attack, 50% range, and 50% damage area. Wow. That's quite the buff to the Goddess statue. We have conductivity. Lightning attacks have +2 jump count. And then, of course, up above there, it shows you all of the units that use a lightning attack. So as I sort of suspected, there is a reason to sort of either go in on one or maybe 2 elements, right? I think with our current setup, given we don't have any lightning, let's go with acceleration. It makes a lot of sense. I feel that we'll certainly be adding, additional summon buildings. So let's get a workshop out here, and then I want to see what this mirror does. So it creates temporary copies of units within range of summoned buildings. So what does that mean exactly? Is that something that I use during battle? Because I want to redraw to get, get more cards in my deck, of course. Oh, look at this. So these guys have summoned. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we basically doubled up our fighting force. That's pretty cool. So we have more megaliths. which is more tortoises. And we have more workshops, which is more thunder guards. Okay. I guess I don't hate this. We do have a fire tower, but I mean, let's go ahead and let's do a thunder and earth build, I suppose. Let's go. Let's see what our new fighting force looks like. And while we're getting into the wave here, my friends, if you're enjoying the content, if you like this game, then please give the video a like. I would greatly appreciate that. Please also consider joining the community by becoming a subscriber. We're a very consistent channel here, coming out with new content all the time. So if you like that in a channel, then perhaps we're a resource for you here. And thank you so much for spending some time here on the channel today. I really do appreciate it. And I do like these lightning guards. I like that they're kind of mid-range. Maybe we can get that conductivity to boost their damage. For our blessing here, though, we have intercept. All summoned buildings have their defense range increased by 30%. So units will only attack enemies within the defense range. Okay, got it. Then we have precision. Towers gain plus 30% range. And sturdy. Tortoise and bombard have plus 50% health. Yeah, we have a lot of these megaliths. So I think going in on the tortoise is probably a good idea. In fact, maybe we have a little like center spine right here where there's always going to be a tortoise involved in the battle. And it looks like that mirror was just a temporary effect, right? We don't have the copied units anymore. Interesting. And can we remove buildings? I think that's a question that I have as well. Hold to remove building. Okay, got it. Can we move it? Doesn't look like we can move it. Okay. Good to know. All right, let's go. Seems like these runes, right? These blessings are quite powerful. And who do we have? We have a Void Phantom. So 23 HP, 3 damage, a melee attacker. I wonder when we're going to start seeing a little more diversity in the enemy force. Guess we'll find out. I mean, the Flame Tower does nice AoE damage. I do like these guys in that they're... I'm sure you can get an upgrade to make their attacks sort of chain through the enemy, right? Jump to more enemies. I would definitely be interested in getting that. I think getting that building range upgraded would be nice. My question, so it looks like that guy's down, right? Okay, so it's producing another one automatically. Interesting. All right, so we have towers gain plus 30% attack speed. Tortoises and bombard have plus 25% attack and 25% attack speed. And then here we go, conductivity. Lightning attacks have plus 2 jump counts. So I think that's pretty vital to what we're trying to do here. I mean, both of these are, to be honest. I mean, we got the tortoise health increase. Do we do the attack speed increase? I mean, there's a cannon, or there's a tower, I would presume, called a bombard. Maybe we can secure some of those in our hand, but let's go ahead and add this workshop and redraw. All right, so here's the bombard. Launches little tortoises to deal area damage. I don't mind that. Sunstone. All your units gain 5% health, increasing by an additional 2% each day. So all your units. So it doesn't have a range on it. It's just there. Okay, that's nice. Observatory. Summon building. Summons Thunder Eye. Another thunder unit. We have Hatch. Increases the summon count of Firebird nests. And then we have another bolt tower here. Well, we have a bolt tower here, I should say. This is a summon building. And it is adding a thunder unit. I think we do that. I do like that the cards stay in your hand so you can choose when to redraw. Very nice. It looks like we're getting like one of these mana hearts every single day. And we might have a boss fight coming up here. On day 4, the goddess statue reaches level 2 and unlocks new cards. Okay, got it. Alright, so here we go with the bombard. Let's see how effective this is. It, of course, is all buffed up. It's got increased attack speed and damage. Looks like we have spiders. A huge wave of enemies is approaching. Okay, this is terrifying. Spiders are very, very, very fast. Looks like our allied units are able to kind of hold off the masses, and the bombard does indeed throw a small turtle on the field that sort of distracts and slows down the approach of the enemy. I do like that effect. We have our second tortoise involved here. I really like the effects of this game, right? It's got nice colors, nice animations. For a demo, it appears to be pretty well done as far as the animations go, right? All right, so what do we have? Counterattack. Tortoise deals damage equal to 2% of its max health to the attacker. We have intercept. All summoned buildings have their defense range increased by 30%. I think that's probably pretty important. Let's get that. It's going to give our tortoises the ability to expand just a little bit more, right? We have the sunstone. I mean, I think that's a really good one to get. Maybe we throw that up here. Or maybe that's a really bad idea. I guess I don't know. Let's throw a lightning tower there. Hatch isn't going to do anything for us in that we don't have these firebird nests. Must be the spawner of the fire element. So let's go ahead and redraw. More bombards. More bolt towers. We've got another workshop. Let's get down some more towers. I like that these throw out little tortoises. Shield tower. The start of battle, surrounding buildings gain 200 shields. Stacking. I mean, do we do something like that, or do we add a bolt tower? Let's add a bolt tower. I'm okay with that. Do something like this. Let's go. Get the music up just a little bit. Let's go. Alright, yeah, so the conductivity rune or buff, blessing, whatever you want to call it, I think that'll be a pretty good one to get. So we got the creeper. Melee attack has about 3 times the health of these little shadow dudes. And also about 3 times the damage. So definitely a more formidable enemy for sure. But we got a party in the middle of the base here. We got 2 tortoises involved. And I do like that the enemy waves are nice and large. Seems like each enemy has agency, right? And the tortoise is surrounded, but doing what the tortoise does for sure. Just absorbing all of that damage. Fun stuff going in on the tortoise here for sure. Alright, so we have Behemoth. Large units gain 50% more health. And that is, of course, a buff for our tortoise. Looks like there's like a lightning cat there, too. If you look at those icons above the card. Counterattack. I mean, we gotta go Behemoth. It's outlined in purple. My guess is that's a rare or something. Yes. So we have shield tower and a workshop. I mean, we could go with the workshop. Obviously, space is going to become an issue here. So maybe I just re-roll this. Or go with a shield tower on as many buildings as possible. Let's go with the shield tower right here and let's redraw. Because our statue leveled up, right? So we're going to have access to other things, it seems. Firebird nest. We have a bolt tower, watchtower. The start of battle increased the defense range of surrounding summoned buildings by 1. And this also stacks. Okay. I'm mainly interested in getting our tortoise range increased, right? I want them out there. I want all 3 of them out there, preferably. So let's do that. I think that's a good one to do. Gain 2 extra crystals the next day. Crystals can exceed the cap. Okay, that's an interesting mechanic. We have the mirror. Another bolt tower here. Let's throw that out. Let's do saving. Sure. Okay. Firebird nest. I'm out on fire. And let's go ahead and redraw. Another watchtower. Another sunstone. Let's definitely get the sunstone. Buffs up all of our units. Flame tower, workshop, observatory. I think that's another good one to get. We'll probably go with the observatory moving forward versus the workshop here. I'm also interested in what that little thunder kitty does for sure. So let's go. Day 6 here. And the spider is coming on in. Yeah, so it's nice. These little tortoises do slow the approach of the enemy. Sucks them in, gives our tortoises time to get up there. And what kind of range is tortoise looking at here? Alright, let's see how the tortoise holds up to just straight spider spawn. I mean, look at this. There's a bunch of them. Looks like he's holding up relatively well. He's got a lot of HP buffs for sure, and they managed to take down one tortoise, and, you know, here comes another one. Alright, so Mighty Strike. Medium units attack increased by 50%. Looks like it would be our thunder dudes there in the observatory. We have stun, tortoise, and bombard attacks cause 0.2 seconds of stun. Conductivity, lightning attacks have +2 jump counts. I like that one. Let's go with that one. Even over the stun. Watchtower, let's get another one of these in here. Expand the range even more. Observatory, yes. In fact, this is a good zone for that, in that the range is increased. Workshop, flame tower, let's go ahead and redraw. A totem, at the start of battle, reduce the summoning time of surrounding summoned buildings by 1 second. Stacking, not less than 1 second. Okay, we have magic pack. Add 2 random magic cards to your hand, each with 1 reduced crystal cost. Cost 3. We have a ruin temple. Summons a thunder tiger. Okay, that's a thunder kitty I was looking at. Can summon units to fight. Units will be resummoned upon death. Obviously, large unit. Health 500, attack 36. Melee area lightning attack. Releases a lightning bolt on each attack target. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Let's add a thunder kitty to the mix. We've got another bolt tower. We can throw that down here. Probably go with magic pack and maybe all 3 of these next turn. We'll see. But either way, we have some good cards in our hand. So let's see if we can survive yet another night, day 7. Let's go. Alright, so we got a new enemy. This is a Corruptor, a melee area attack with thousands of HP, 18 damage. Looks like there's only a few of them, but obviously this bodes... I think we're getting a glimpse into the future. This guy is hitting hard too. Hitting very hard, not a good combination for our squishier units like our lightning units. However, we have the Thunder Tiger out there. 793 and 36. The Tortoise is sporting a 1500 HP value. Very, very high HP for the Tortoise. Alright, so we have all 3 Tortoises involved. They're starting to get to our defensive structures. That's not good. These guys are very imposing. So it really does matter your building placement. Obviously, your buildings have HP. You don't want to lose your buildings. In fact, it looks like we're starting to get hit here. However, he's just attacking the shield for now. Tortoise get on him, and the question is does he divert his attack? Looks like he's pretty just stubborn in attacking our summon building here. Alright, so that was kind of rough, for sure. Paralysis. Lightning attacks cause 3 seconds of paralysis. Halves movement and attack speed. We have counterattack. Tortoise deals, okay. 2% of its max health. 1500 health. It's not that much. Mighty Strike. Let's go with Paralysis. Got a lot of lightning on the field. Magic Pack. Add 2 random magic cards. Let's do this. Alright, so we have Prey. Reduce the crystal cost of all cards in hand by 1. We have Charging. All lightning attacks increase base attack boosted by current level of the goddess statue. My guess is this is a temporary one that can just kind of help you get through. So I suppose we can do this. So if we do this, it'll cost us 1. Be down to 6. But then it'll be 2, 4, 5. Might as well. Hey, what do you know? This one's free. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's do that. We have the watchtower here. Let's use it down here to expand the range of our Thunder Kitty. And then we have the totem. At the start of the battle, reduces summoning time of surrounding buildings. I think this is probably the most impactful spot to put it right here. So let's do it. Let's redraw, see what we're working with. Another shield tower. I think those are useful. Observatory again. Yes, but of course we're working with limited space here, right? We have a bolt tower. Suppose we can just tower up. Shield tower, I think that's fine. And let's go. Alright. So we see the stunning effect, the paralysis effect, that is. That's quite nice. Got a huge wave approaching. What's new? Tortoise coming out to engage the enemy. Tortoise got to get on the big guy here. Okay, that's quite nice. Looks like we got our allies being stalled up here. Need that Thunder Kitty to get involved here. Let's go. Thunder Tiger. I like Thunder Kitty better, I think. Alright, so this guy is being distracted. That's good. By these mini tortoises, and I think as long as the enemy kind of funnels central, we'll be okay. We got all 3 tortoises out there. However, I'm noticing the tendency of your allies to get stuck on one another. It's definitely something that was apparent in this particular wave of defense. However, we seem to be holding up decently. Holding up real well, actually. Alright, quite nice. Got another blessing. We have Transference. Lightning attacks have minus 20% base attack, but 30% jump damage. We have Stun. We have Counter Attack. I think Stun is a really good one. In fact, yeah, it'll be the first time we get it. I wonder if you can stack these. You know what I mean? Stun. Absolutely. We have Paralysis and then Stun. Observatory, Hatch, Firebird Nest. I mean, my hesitation in going with the Observatory is we're going to run out of space. But these guys are thunder-based, and they're pretty good. I think I'm good redrawing this, actually. We have a Bombard, yes. Let's go with that. We have Saving. Gain 2 crystals the next day. I mean, let's pray it out for sure. Let's save for free. Let's go with the Totem. Flame Tower, it's free, but I'm good. We're not in on fire. We have an Academy. Add 1 random magic card to your hand each day with 0 crystal cost. Now, of course, the most important currency, right? Space. I already see space becoming an issue, but the most important currency is taken up by the Academy here. I think it's probably worth it, though. So let's throw it up there. Let's get into it. Good sounds, good graphics, good effects. There's a lot to appreciate about this game so far, for sure. I mean, imagine this game all souped up, right? Imagine this game with a ton of content added. In fact, if we end up doing another run here, I've already got ideas, now that I know kind of the way the game operates. But I've got a lot of ideas as to how to sort of optimize your building spot, right? Don't put defensive towers there, obviously. There's a bunch of buffing towers, and you can probably just set up like a wall, I would guess. Like, for instance, I would have these 3 tortoise spawners. You know, 1, 2, 3. And then the buffing buildings kind of in between as they are. I think that is what makes the most sense. Are we able to hold up, though? I mean, the tortoises seem very strong, and of course they have that stunning effect now, and pretty effective on a large unit that does a lot of damage like these guys. Paralysis and Stun. Seems to be working pretty good. At least so far here on day 9. Alright. So day 10 dawns. We have Tiger Roar. Thunder Tiger gains plus 50% attack and 30% damage area. Wow. Whirlwind. Small units gain plus 50% more attack speed. We have 1. It's that little robot dude. We have Mighty Strike. Medium units attack increased by 50%. Let's go with Tiger Roar. Absolutely. So we have Mirror. Yeah, temporary copies. It's for free. I think we gotta do... I mean, we want more tortoises, right? Gotta do this? Maybe this? It's hard for me to tell what the range actually is. Is it the outer circle or the inner circle? You know what I mean? And if it's just barely touching a unit, does it count? Like, does this count for Thunder Tiger and all 3 tortoises? I guess we'll find out. Firebird Nest Workshop. Ruin Temple. Another Thunder Tiger. The answer is yes on that one. We've got a Sunstone. Yes. We've got a Totem. Yes. Fury. Next battle, all allied units gain +5 base attack. Don't mind if I do. I like that there's temporary spells. That's quite nice. Let's redraw and see what we're working with. Alter. During battle, summon a temporary Phoenix when you lose a certain number of units. So the Phoenix is a medium unit. Looks like it's fire-based. Got another Bolt Tower and another Sunstone here. We have a defense pack. Add 2 random tower cards to your hand. I like that. Looks like there's like some beastly tower there if you look. To the tower in the 4 slot. Almost looks lightning based, doesn't it? Guess we'll find out, but let's get on into the next wave. Let's go. Alright, so I'm not seeing copies of my tortoise. So it must have just been that little inner circle for the mirror. I'll have to keep that in mind for future uses. If there is a future, there's a lot of enemies on the field right now here, my friends, and unfortunately our ranged units are they kind of block our melee units. That's what I've noticed. So something to note. In fact, with space being such a premium, if I have the opportunity to add another tortoise, then I might think about removing some of these smaller buildings that just give us the basic Thunder Guard, right? In favor of another tortoise or another Thunder Tiger, right? However, we're quite successful there, and now we have Whirlwind, we have Charge, towers gain plus 30% attack speed, Lightning Chain. Lightning attacks have minus 20% base attack. The jump damage, plus 3 jump counts. I mean, it seems okay. I'm going to do Charge, though. We do have a lot of towers, and they are chipping in for sure. So Reforge restores 2 crystals and shuffle previously used magic cards back into the pool, it looks like. Okay. Let's get a Sunstone. Let's get a Bolt Tower. Defense pack. I think that's quite nice. A Storm Tower. Okay. Wow. This has 4 stars in it. Summons a storm cloud that releases 3 lightning bolts to attack enemies. That sounds amazing. In fact, do we get it like right here? Maybe right here. I think so. Let's throw it up here. Reforge. I think Reforge is a good one. Maybe we can get that defensive structure card again. Yeah, here we go. Building pack. Adds 1 random non-tower building card to your hand. Let's play the cards that we have, first and foremost. Let's go defense pack. Bombard. Alright, so we have some flexibility next turn for sure. And let's go. Bring on the Nightfall. I think it'd be cool if you could move your structures around a little bit. And look at these storm clouds here. That's quite nice. That's quite nice. Seems like Thunder was a good choice. And I do like that we're working with primary elements here. And then as it relates to buffing up your units, obviously there's ways to increase just certain units, but there's also ways to increase certain elements. I think that's a really good way to do a game like this. Alright, tortoises are gonna be tested here, it seems. But I think the more the enemy gets stuck here in the middle, the better it benefits us, because then our towers are, constantly shooting, and we got 3 big guys on our tortoises here. This is definitely the fight to watch right here in the middle. It's cool that your buildings respawn during battle too, right? Looks like our tortoises are hanging in there. Being the stalwart tanks that they are. Love to see it. So Thunder Tiger is hitting for 58. I'm going to have to look up what the Tortoise is hitting for. Harmony. Tortoise receives double the effects of Sunstone and Moonstone. Okay, that's quite nice. Although, I have not seen a Moonstone yet. The Sunstone does all units' health increased. Okay, Shockwave. Enemies in stun take 50% more damage than Lightning Chain. Let's do Harmony. We have Charging. All lightning attacks increase base attack. Yes, we will do this. We have a Building Pack. Flame Towers. Let's use the Building Pack. And we get an Observatory that we can summon for free. I suppose I can do this. I mean, it's either that or we just throw it right here. I mean, these guys are doing 14 damage with 30 HP. These guys are doing 27 with 91, right? We don't really have anything that specifically buffs up small units. I think keeping this back spot available is probably a good idea. Maybe for the event when we get another Tortoise, right? I think the Tortoise is the key. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this workshop here. Yeah, let's get rid of it. And let's throw the Observatory right here. And let's go ahead and redraw. Magic Pack. We have a Horn. What does this do? The start of battle. Surrounding towers have their attack interval reduced by 0.2 seconds. And this does stack. Okay, interesting. You should almost put it right here. I mean, that's the ideal spot for it, right? Got a Megalith for another Tortoise. Yes. Magic Pack. We can hold that in our hand. Let's go. We've got 4 Tortoises now. They've been pretty effective. I think this current build does a pretty good job of stalling the advance of the enemy. We obviously have the paralysis effect, but we got these little Tortoises coming out that make the enemy stop and, you know, aggro, right? And that gives our Tortoises time to come up. However, this guy does not have great range. We got to get his range increase for sure. Either that or should have probably put it right here, to be honest. Should have put this Megalith right here. I guess last line of defense. Yeah, so the enemy waves are starting to get a bit overwhelming. Tortoises are having trouble. And we're losing buildings now. We might be looking at the end here, my friends. Heavy losses. Looks like we might be able to kind of squeak out of this one. But we're going to have to rebuild what has been destroyed. These mini turtles gotta get involved. Let's go. There's a pack of you. Get in there. All right, day 13 of 15, so we're actually almost to the end here. So overcharge. Lightning attacks have plus 20% jump damage. Thor's Blessing. Lightning units have plus 25% health and 25% attack. Enemies in paralysis take 30% more damage. I think we got to go with Thor's Blessing here. Saving. Yep, that's a no-brainer. It looks like the buildings do rebuild. Interesting. Okay. So all is not lost. However, we need to make sure that we can do something this turn to help us have success. So let's use this Magic Pack. We have Resonance. Activates the effects of Sunstone and Moonstone within range. What does that mean? Doesn't seem to let me do it. Looks like you have to cast it on your... Interesting. We have Fury. Next battle. Yes. Take that. We will redraw. We have a Moonstone. 5% attack increasing by an additional 2% each day. Okay, so these are like long-term investments. We have an Obelisk. Each time you use 3 magic cards, add the 3rd magic card to your hand with 0 crystal cost. We have Reforge. I mean, that's a good one to get. We have another Bolt Tower. Let's go ahead and throw that down. We have Mirror. I mean, this is going to be useful. Okay, if you look closely, you can actually see that there's a little red circle that appears below the units that will be affected by the spell. So it looks like I can only manage to get just these 2 tortoises. Another reason to maybe think about your build just a little bit differently in the future. Looks like I can do this. There we go. Let's reforge and redraw. Fury again. We got another Moonstone. We got another Storm Tower. Building pack. I mean, we got some good stuff here. Moonstone though. Let's get that down. Storm Tower will be our target next turn. Let's go. Alright, so we got a bunch of artificial tortoises here. Looks like they carry over the stats as well. Okay. Of course, lightning has been buffed up. I think for the future, though, you want to put your strongest summoning buildings in the front, maybe the weaker ones in the back. I mean, maybe. Maybe that's the way to do it. Day 13, though, and there is a lot of these creeps. 364 HP now. They are getting incrementally stronger, and I think it's showing. However, we have the positional advantage for sure. But as the tortoise falls, right? Yeah, we might be looking at the end here. Maybe. We'll see. These little tortoises are doing a good job of separating the assault, but my goodness. They are nasty. We got the Goddess Tower shooting. Don't go to the Goddess Tower. Don't do it. Instead, focus on... Yeah, this might be the end here, my friends. Well, maybe. There's a possibility. If these can get summoned... This Goddess Tower is hitting... Well, it's only hitting for 10, I suppose. 500 HP. These guys are striking for 68. Alright, we've got another Thunder Tiger. Let's go. There appears to be, like, maybe some AI glitch going on. We might be able to just cheese our way through this. Yeah, there's definitely some, like, AI script stuff going on that... I would say, like, pathing. Seems to be a pathing issue, but... I mean, I'm not complaining. We'll take it. Oh, whoops. Looks like I selected my final blessing. Well, that's alright. It seems like it's lightning. Charging all lightning base attacks. That's a really good one to get. Going into this. We have a Storm Tower. Do I throw that down in the back row here? Given our base has just been folding, maybe one random non-tower building card. Resonance. Fury. I mean, we got a bunch of these magic cards for sure. What about this Obelisk? mean, I will have to sacrifice units, right? Which isn't good. Yeah, I'm not gonna... I just don't have room for the obelisk. I'll put the storm tower in the back row. Let's go Fury. Let's go Resonance. Do that right here. Building pack. And we get an altar. Most unfortunate. Let's redraw again. Okay. Well, we're going to be set with this then. And what did I end up getting? Lightning attacks, minus 20% base attack. Okay. That's one that I wasn't really all that crazy about, if you know what I mean. But day 14, I do believe this is the final wave. Either that or it's the second to last wave. So let's see how the team holds up here. Tortoises, getting up there on the helm. These spiders have... yeah, they've got some good damage, in fact. They're just buzzsawing through my tortoise. As we just fold right away. Wow. Here comes another giant wave of spiders. Yikes. Yeah, this isn't good, my friends. In fact, we got buzzsawed. An incredible amount of damage. I mean, we just melted like butter. My goodness. Yeah. That wasn't even... we didn't even contest that. In fact, I'm not even sure how you do contest that. We got absolutely smoked in that one. My goodness. But either way, learned lots here. Let's see what the upgrade menu has. So this feature is not available in the demo version. Most likely a metagame, I would think. And probably once you complete a run or do certain tasks during a run, you get a currency and you can spend that in the upgrade menu to upgrade your metagame. It's kind of a typical thing to a lot of games like this for sure, and you know, I think it's a good addition to any game that is like this. So this has been Aurora Defense, my friends. It's just an early demo. It looks like it's version 0.5. This game was part of the Steam Next Fest, and I'm going to be previewing a couple of titles that caught my eye from the Steam Next Fest. So you can expect that right here on the channel. If you liked Aurora Defense, please give the video a like. If you enjoyed the content, maybe you had some fun here today, maybe you had some chill vibes, maybe you just listened, or maybe you watched intently. However you chose to consume the content, you had some fun here today, then please consider becoming a subscriber. Join a growing community. We're very consistent here, and I'd really appreciate it. So with that said, my friends, I'm going to get on out of here. Thanks again so much, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.